Good first day of the year, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Danny Shea here, along with Psychic Duck. Say Happy New Year, Psychic Duck. Happy New Year! Woohoo! How you feeling today? Little hungover. Really? Yeah, I had too much duck sauce. Oh. Well then, we'll talk really quietly. Alright, so today I just want to get on. I'm going to be doing a ramble tomorrow, so it's going to be a short one. My New Year's resolution, if I say something I'm going to do it, it's going to be short. Okay, maybe not. Do you guys have New Year's resolutions? I don't, I gave up. I'm like, why? I just don't follow through with it, and then it makes me feel bad. So why? Anyway, I just want to look at a few things that popped into my awareness. I put up an energy reading on my other channel that was about the new year, letting go, bringing in some stuff. So that was, I thought, I don't know what I thought. I'll just leave it at that. The reason that I probably brought that up is because I'm still using the deck that is Through the Eyes of, Through the Eyes of Soul. That was a shark. Did you see that? Just flew out of the book. Through the Eyes of Soul. And so I still had 3 cards here that I pulled from last night, and I thought that they were really appropriate for today's reading. And the first one I got was bring peace to troubled waters. And I was thinking about that this morning, and somebody asked about, how do we do we always need to forgive to move on? And I thought about that. And how do we bring peace to troubled waters? Do we focus on the negative aspects of it, or do we focus on the positive aspects of the change and what we want to bring in? I was listening to Pam Gregory last night, where she was talking about the two worlds. My attention span was so small yesterday. I couldn't pay attention to anything very long. I'm just like, yeah, okay, got it. And I'm thinking, is it just that I understand this on a different level now, that I'm getting it on a quantum level, and I don't need to listen to somebody else yakking about it? No offense, Psychic Duck. I will always listen to you yakking, quacking about it. But it feels like many of us, and it's just not me, but many of us are getting this information on a higher level. And we just go, yeah, we got it. So the divergence of 2 different awarenesses of our being is going to be with love and fear. That's what Pam Gregory was saying, at least from what I paid attention to. And yeah, she'll probably go, what the hell's the matter with you? I put up an 1.5-hour video. Anyway, so how do we bring peace to these troubled waters? Hanging on to the past? This is what you did to me, blah, 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 blah. Nah, let it go. We have a new door is opening. Step over the threshold. We're there. We just need to step over, and we need to plant that seed of a new template. So, as you know, if you want to just stop on this reading right now, what is it that we want to plant for our new year, for our new 1 year? Today is 1/1/1. What is it that we want to plant for our new 1 year? What are we stepping over the threshold? What are we leaving behind? What are we embracing? It's powerful, powerful. Okay. I am going to be using the Tarot Grand Lux deck because it's easy for me to shuffle. My hands were doing so good. And then, I don't know, I did something too much yesterday. Okay. Here's what I want to look at briefly. So we started, I'm sorry, not we. Zohran Mamdani, and I always mispronounce his name. I always switch the N and the M's around. So if you're listening, Zohran, I mispronounced that too. I apologize. Do you think Zohran listens to tarot readers? Well, he listens to me. Okay, he listens to enough. He was sworn in. The New York City mayor, sworn in at midnight. City Hall, midnight. Didn't wait till 8 a.m. or whatever, midnight. And I don't know what the normal protocol is there for that. It may be that, the mayor is sworn in on midnight in New York City on New Year's Day. I don't know. New York, the city that never sleeps. I really like New York City, as crazy as it is. The energy is just so wild. It buzzes. I haven't been there in forever, so I don't know if it's still buzzing now. But anyway, Zohran Mamdani. Let's just do some energy on your New York City. How are you going to manage this? And it's going to be pluses and minuses. So there's going to be good things. There's going to be bad things. There's going to be people who say he's going too far, not far enough. But overall, how does the universe look at your mayorship? How does the universal energies, the law of one, look at your steering the mayoral ship in New York City? Ooh. So I look at that. Boom! Big changes. Big information. King of Wands and Eight of Wands. He's going to bring some things in fast. And it's not it's the king energy. It's not something that is like not thought out. Things are thought out. People are going to go, this is crazy. What are you doing? It's too fast. And he's got this steady hand of the King of Wands. Let's drop it down and see what we get. All right. And he also brings in that little divine feminine. Hey, I thought he was a man's man. Well, he's bringing in the divine feminine as well. This could be somebody who is working in alliance with him. I don't know New York City at all, so this is kind of, this is not him being foolish. This is him taking New York City on a new journey. This goes back to that Eight of Wands information where it's just coming in really fast and people are going to go, what the hell are you doing? This is too much. No, he's got it. And look, he's got the, it feels like this Fool's energy has the King of Wands or the Queen of Wands in his hand. So he's got the big stick in his hand. So there's the Page of Coins, new projects coming through, young projects. So he's going to start something out that's kind of It's pretty awesome, but here he is. He is going to be defending himself. You can't do that. What are you doing? You crazy communist? No, I'm a socialist. Socialism is communism. No, it's not. Sorry, I'm just rambling here as I go. Here we go. Knight of Wands. He's got a lot of new information that's coming. When I look at this card, I see the two dragon energies, and they're not fighting. They're just suspended and watching each other. They're kind of waiting. What are you guys bringing forward? What's going on? And then we have the Three of Wands. And to me, this is, I think, So normally looking over the ocean, overseas, watching ships come in, or watching ships go out. This ship is coming in, and it's got the Fool's mark on it. New journey coming in. And, again, it's not, it's just the foolish journey of just taking chances, just going. But it looks like he might, in the potential near future, have some impact on overseas, how overseas is looking at this. Internally, the Hanged Man, is this him in suspension? I don't think so. I think it's more of him looking at things at a different point of view. And the city of New York going, oh, let's take a look at how to turn this upside down and look at it from a different point of view. This is not, who is the other guy? Mayor Adams, New York City anymore. This is Mamdani's New York City. And it's not really his New York City, because he's all about for the people. And new emotional start in the external position. Thank you. Hopes and fears. Well, he's got the big stick, the Ace of Wands, new information. And here's that dragon energy that he was right up here, that were just in suspension. Maybe not so much in suspension. He's bringing it forward, new ways of looking at things. Ooh, full moon, the moon card, secrets being revealed. So as we, so what do we get out of that moon card in the final position? How does the universal energies, the law of one, look at Mamdani's mayorship, stewardship of New York City? There's still some secrets coming out. What is the secrets? Is it his secrets, or is it the city's secrets from the previous administration? I mean, so far, all this was really good. That is like, a little crazy, a little howling at the moon. As we clarify this, we get, tower moment. Whoa. What's he going to bring to New York City? What is this moon clarifying? Things are going to be torn down to be rebuilt. It's going to be fast. And that was what that Eight of Wands was all about. Something fast getting knocked down to be rebuilt again, with the Nine of Coins, with abundance. So I could do a little deeper dive into this, because these cards here are a little confusing with this whole reading, because it was going in such a positive direction. But there's something coming out of the water, some secrets. We've got this full moon coming up. Maybe that's it. It doesn't, to me, excuse me, speak, Danny. It doesn't feel like it's part of this new moon cycle, but certainly the new year cycle, where he's going to bring some things down. But he's got this Nine of Coins, which is this abundance, which is tapping into psychic energy and both of that with Moon and the Falcon, typing, or the Hawk, tapping into that psychic energy of knowing that everything's going to be okay. So to me, let me just keep going. I just want to pull a few. Well, let's look at the underlying energy of that before I pull more clarifiers on that. We have the King of Wands, standing strong in his truth. We have the Queen of Swords standing within the legal bounds or being challenged by the legality of what he's doing. Moving things on to calmer waters in a very strong partnership. Interesting. The next card I get is upside down. I think I should stop. Let's just see what. Yeah, I should stop because it was the Five of Wands. So that would have completely contradicted working together, different colors, working together, holding hands. It feels to me like with this Moon card, Tower moment, and the Abundance card, that he is going to shake things up in a big way. And he's not afraid to shake things up in a big way. And it is going to bring new emotional strength and calm. It's going to carry a big stick. And people are going to come together in New York City. Maybe not. I mean, do the billionaires in New York City, do they need other people to come together? They have their money. They have their Lamborghinis. Shouldn't they just be happy? But the people who don't have Lamborghinis, and I feel sorry for them. For those people who are new on my channel, my Lamborghini reference is it's a really cool car. If you were in 1980s as a teenage boy, it was really cool. But as we get older, it's like, it's worthless. You can't get in, you can't get out. I was showing, I watched a video a couple of years ago when I brought this up about how this guy went in to buy a Lamborghini and he couldn't get out of the car. He had to crawl out of the car on his hands and knees because it's just not a practical car. You can't see behind you when you're backing up. You have to crawl out the window and look, or the door, and look behind you. I mean, it's really sounds good. Anyway, let's move on. ACA subsidies expire. Let's just do 6. What is the energy? How is that hitting people right now? It feels to me, because I'm not paying attention to the bills that are coming in right now. I got a stack over here that I'm going to look at, and I'm going to go, I just didn't want to look at them right now. And I feel that may be true for other people. Just not going to look at it right now. So, let's look at this ACA. Just 6 cards in the near future, next month. How is that going to be affecting people? And I'm hearing Mamdani go, let me add that. I'll solve that problem. That would be healthcare for all. ACA. Let's drop it down. Let's see what we get. All right, we get the Page of Cups. As I look at this, the very first image that I get is this guy is underwater. This is something new coming. Something that is coming out of left field in a way. Unexpected news. That's, what do we have? 5 of Cups. This is loss. so much of it is loss, even though there's 2 cups remaining. So if you can afford to reach over and drink those cups or grab those cups, but a lot of people can't. At the base of the reading, what we're marinating in is the 9 of Cups, the wish card. What do we wish for? We wish for a healthcare that works for us. It's like, oh my gosh. I was having a New Year's Eve dinner last night with New Year's Eve last night, yes, of course, with some really dear friends who I haven't seen in a while. This guy was one of my best friends down in LA. Even him down in LA right now is talking about the crappy healthcare. You can't get it. Rural Missouri, where my brother's from, can't get good health care. Where we are, my wife still doesn't have a doctor that she can go to. They're just all booked up. You can't get in anywhere. So, and if you do get in, the appointment is months later. It's awful. Other countries have way better health care. Okay, moving on. Ooh. What's in the past? This is going to hit us hard. This is going to hit a lot of people hard. When I don't know if it was last year or the year before, when I talked about health care and as it was changing, and I said that we're not going to be able to rely on doctors anymore. We're going to have to rely on ourselves, going into Reiki, going into energy healing, shamanic healing, plant medicines. And I'm not talking about the ayahuasca type medicines. Don't even get me on those shamans in Peru that everybody's talking about. Don't even start me on that. Okay. I may talk about that tomorrow in the ramble rant. Okay. Because I have a rant a little bit. Anyway, things are coming fast at us. Ooh. Wee doggy. All right, so we got the Star of Hope up here. I'm just going to put a little heart right over her because, that's just crazy what we have to do. So we have the Star of Hope, new way of going forward. Something is going to be changing with this. And we have the Knight of Cups. So in the potential near future, we do have some good news to look forward to. Right now, we're being challenged with the loss of it. What we want to marinate in is the wish. So keep talking to your representatives, making phone calls, writing letters. And while you're writing letters on the healthcare, write letters on, hey, why don't you release the voting data? Why so afraid? I'm going to keep hammering that. Okay. Very good. ACA. Okay. What is next? This is a little mini ramble. F45, the felon. He says, in the Wall Street Journal, he says he's not sleeping. He's just resting his eyes. Or did he say he was blinking? Oh no. No, I'm awake. I was just resting my eyes. Okay. The other thing too is he is taking a daily regimen of aspirin. Normally, the Mayo Clinic says the daily dose for aspirin therapy is usually between 75 milligrams and 325 milligrams. And Trump is taking 325 milligrams. This dosage, according to Google or whatever, can be effective for preventing secondary heart attacks and strokes. And the word that popped out at me was secondary heart attacks and strokes, meaning you've already had one. Okay. And I don't, has he? Has that been documented? I thought he was fit. Okay. It carries a significant risk of serious side effects, including gastrointestinal bleeding. And I went, ooh, ooh, I don't want to go there in this. That, yuck. No wonder he wears diapers and, ugh, ugh. Okay. Let's take a look. Trump and his aspirin regime. We all need to take aspirins with his regime. We need to take something stronger than that. So, Trump and his big aspirin. And then he described it. He goes, I like thin blood. I want thin blood in me. I'm like, what? So people are talking about it. The Wall Street Journal is talking about his health. He's trying to defend it. He can't. I bruise easily now because of my aspirin. Oh, come on. Okay. I got this card. This is the Ten of Cups. Comfort. Talking about Trump's health. I may not have been too focused on that. Let me just pull 3 Page of Swords. He may get some news. Ooh. Okay. So he's trying to promote this comfort that he's okay, everything's good. Something is going to happen with this Page of Swords. It's like, yeah, is this some kind of injection? And it shows the burden. So you bookend with this reading with 2 tens. Comfort, happiness, burden. The heaviness of it. And in between it is the Page of Swords. And I keep thinking of an injection somehow. For entertainment only. Okay. I'll read on him a little later. Maybe tomorrow. And what else do we have? Jack Smith. The thing that I can't understand, and I can't figure out how this got released, because the House Oversight Committee, who is chaired by Comer, a Republican, couldn't he say, we're not releasing this testimony? And they go, it's transparent. I'm like, but you guys aren't transparent, so why would you release it? I tried to find it. I couldn't find anything on it. Why would you release this? Jack Smith held his own, as I knew he would. You have Jack Smith against our Department of Justice, and that's not that's not who he was going up against. It was the Republicans in the House Oversight, James Comer. Still, Jack Smith against James Comer. So, did it make a dent? Did it make a dent? So the other things that came out, the very first veto was Lauren Boebert's bill. And she's passed now. So you have Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, two fine, upstanding, Queen of Cups. I went sideways there, didn't I? So it just feels like things are letting go. But did Jack Smith break through to a number of MAGA supporters? Did Jack Smith's testimony break through? What's going to happen January 6th? Did Jack Smith's testimony, I'm hearing yes, break through to any Republicans and say, oh yeah, I remember. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Eight of Cups, walking towards illumination, walking away from sorrow, walking away from what they thought was going to support them, the Eight of Cups. And look at, so there's 2 cups upside down, spilt. The rest of the cups are right side up. So what is the 6 of Cups card? Well, that's going back to an innocence, to a simpler time. So it feels like if I could just stick with this one card, that would be yes. Jack Smith did, his testimony did get to a couple. And they are changing their mind. They're walking away from this. Remember Lady Graham, who said, I can't deal with this anymore. This is wrong. And then he goes back to kissing the ring. We have the 4 of Coins. This is loss. This is, and it's not loss. Sorry. This is holding on to maybe some values, being a little stingy. This is tightening your belt with your finances. So it's going back to, it's the economy and how it's damaging the economy. But we're talking about Jack Smith and what he came up, how he changed their mind. So it's not just Jack Smith, it's also the economy. It's and they're marinating in the 3 of Pentacles. So a lot of times when I get this 3 of Pentacles, it's about, sometimes it's Russian money coming in. So, that has certainly played a factor in what Jack Smith is maybe showing, maybe bringing to the table that he didn't really talk about. And then in the past, as it relates, is the Republican Party, the 10 of Coins. At the top of the reading, interesting, is the 7 of Swords. What did Jack Smith do? Did he change some minds? It feels like yes with this card. It feels like if this is Jack Smith, he snuck into camp. He snuck into this committee and he's taken some of their defenses away from them. They still have 2 swords left, but he went in there and he took some of their talking points, their legal points, and he made them ineffectual. As these certain Republicans that are waking up get into the quiet moments of their day, they're seeing the light. Internally, we have that Page of Swords again. It's young truth. It's young awareness. It's like, ooh, maybe we were listening to the wrong stuff, as Marjorie Taylor Greene said, as Lauren Boebert found out that this is all about retribution. We have the 6 of Coins in the external position, balancing things out, giving and receiving. This could be like votes flipping, and Jack Smith was talking about that. about the change in dynamic, the abuse of power. This is not an abuse of power card, but this is setting the scales correct in the near future. Or the external position. The hopes and fears are the Knight of Wands, that people will wake up to the information. And the final outcome is the Page of Wands. Yeah, they're waking up to the kind of the darkness that they've been in, the moon energy, the cray-cray, and the loss, the sadness. Five of Cups. The emotional loss. I think it's it's going to be hard for them to go, holy crap, I was following the wrong thing. But they are going to be moving on to calmer waters. Follows that Eight of Cups. Walking away from sorrow, finding calmer waters. Through this legal nightmare. Legal, got the King of Swords, and you got the heavy burden that it takes. At the base of the reading, what is the underlying energy is the Two of Wands coming together. Couple are going to see the light. They're going to go, oh yeah, maybe it's not black and white. Maybe it is a rainbow of color. We have the Queen of Wands. How is she going to play a role in this? Queen of Wands energy. The Seven of Cups. In this deck, this is for me, such a democratic, joyful card. It's not the fog of illusion, delusion, confusion. Yeah, you do have to pick the right cup. But it's like, this is so beautiful. In the Tower moment, this is kind of what they're feeling. They're feeling loss, heartbreak, sadness. They are scared. They're having nightmares about this. But they got the completion card. They got the World card. Yeah, he is changing their minds. It's difficult. It's so hard for them. They hitch their wagon to something that they thought was going to benefit them in some way. And when I say that, a lot of it was based on fear, retribution, and oh my gosh, you have secrets that you're gonna spill. There comes a point in time where you have to go, screw it. I can't take this anymore. And you go, I shouldn't be ashamed of what I did. I should learn from it. I should grow from it. This is a 1 year. This is a 1 month. Fingers crossed. Stay in positive joy. Stay in happiness. Stay out of fear. We are creating a beautiful new world. Just look at Zohran Mamdani. Thank you guys for watching, everybody. Peace and love. Happy New Year.